everybody, to the Super Humanistic Podcast, where we talk about all things health and wellness. Thank you for joining us today. We are your hosts, David and Jessica. Make sure you follow Super Humanistic on everything, TikTok, Instagram. Hit that follow button on this podcast so you never miss another episode. Last week, we talked about chemicals that you should be avoiding, and these are all mostly found in your ultra-processed foods. So this week, we're going to be doing part 2 on these type of chemicals that you should be avoiding in the ultra-processed foods. One of the reasons we decided to do this episode is just because roughly 60% of most Americans' daily diet of caloric intake is based on processed foods, and that can be even higher in children, up to 70%. And these type of chemicals that are found in these processed foods can cause a whole range of health issues, up to 32 different health issues, including diabetes, cancer, and things like that. So we are going to continue on with the chemicals. What do you have for us?
Part 2 here. Oh my gosh, forgot how to say it already.
Aspartame?
Yes, thank you. Aspartame. Aspartame. Say that 5 times fast. Aspartame. Artificial sweetener. So found in like your pops and really a lot of different foods. But it affects our hormones and the hormones that regulate our metabolism. So it actually brings our metabolism down, which then in turn causes us to gain weight. So, again, having that negative effect on weight control. It's also linked to heart disease and increased risk of cancer. And this is an artificial sweetener that's really found in a lot of our foods, mainly though like sodas, pops that we drink, diet pops in general have this artificial sweetener because they can say it's 0 calories. Well, it's also really dangerous for us. So, aspartame. ADA is another chemical. It's azodicarbonamide. ADA. ADA, it's used as a dough conditioner, which sounds so weird as that, just saying that, a dough conditioner. But it's like a strengthener for the dough. So it keeps it so it's strong, especially as they are processing everything and packaging it, and it's going to be on shelves for who knows how long.
So you're telling us we should bake our own bread?
Yeah, exactly. Or go to a bakery that is baking bread fresh daily.
Good idea.
Or find breads that have ingredients that are like sourdough, where it's only those 3 ingredients, right? So it's also used as a bleaching agent in bread. So like white breads, different pastries, you'll find this in. But it leads to liver cancer, kidney injury, and also affects our blood and nervous system, as well as our respiratory system. So ADA, the dough conditioner, don't want to eat it. Really bad for you. And then I have propyl-gallate. PROPYL, and then gallate. Preservative used in vegetable oil, meat products, chewing gum. I think my husband mentioned another preservative very similar to this in last week's episode, but it's known to cause hormone disruption. So stopping your hormones from doing what they need to do for our bodies. And then has been linked to an increased risk of asthma, hyperactivity, and cancer. So foods with that preservative, try to stay away from.
All right. Definitely want to avoid those chemicals in foods. And as we continue on, another one is sodium benzoate. That's a preservative used in carbonated drinks, fruit juice, salad dressings, which I think we need to look out for.
Yeah.
And maybe consider our own homemade salad dressings. I think that would be easy to make.
Easy. Yeah.
And, they often combine it with ascorbic acid, citric acid, and vitamin C. So look out for that. It'll be kind of hidden along those healthy vitamins, and that can cause an increased risk of cancer. So another one is methylene chloride. And that's a solvent in the production of decaffeinated and coffee and tea and certain spices. So hopefully when you're getting spices or coffee, that's the only thing that should be in it is spice that's in it and the coffee.
Yeah. I have to look at my decaf coffee now that I have decaf and see what ingredients are on there.
Yeah.
I have to throw it away.
We try to get organic coffee, so that way there's hopefully no chemicals in there. And the next one is sodium nitrite, additive used to preserve meat. So added to any kind of meats out there, and that can also lead to cancer. So I know a popular option is to try to find that organic meat as well, or maybe even go to a local butcher shop that sources it from a local farm. So that would be a great way to, again, try to avoid these chemicals and these ultra processed foods, because it can lead to 32 various health outcomes, and these are not the outcomes that you want to have, because it includes all kinds of risks such as cancer, tumors, diabetes, mental issues such as
hormones. Yeah, it messes with our hormones, anxiety, depression, as well as in women and men, that reproductive system as well.
All right, so go back and listen to some previous episodes if you want to learn more about what you should be eating, which are those whole foods, fruits, veggies, organic, and we've done several episodes on that recently. So thank you for joining us this week. Make sure you follow Superhumanistic on everything. Hit that follow button on this podcast and leave a rating and review, and share it with others if you think that they will benefit from hearing this. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.